Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. In this video, we are going to look at a new feature on VS Code, which is a very recent update. So this update is going to help you look at the data frame objects while you are debugging a Python code. This was a feature that was previously available on Jupyter Notebooks, especially people who use Jupyter Notebook for data science purpose. When they want to debug, they would like to sometimes see the data frame on object or data viewer, and that is quite handy in a lot of different cases. But that has not been available on VS Code natively while writing Python code, but that feature has been available right now. So let me quickly show you the feature, and then we'll start from the first how to enable it for yourself. So while we are in debugging mode, you can see that we are in debugging mode. You would see that object. All you have to do is right click and say view value in data viewer. So when you click that, you would see the data frame actually in the data viewer, and here you can do everything that you usually like to do. So you can play with it. You can say okay, greater than 2, greater than, so whatever you would like to, you usually do with a data viewer, you can do that, but while you are debugging the code. So let's quickly stop this debugging mode and then go back and then see how to enable this. The first step is you need to make sure if your VS Code's Python version is latest. It should be ideally latest because of the fact that you get instantly, but if you do not see it as latest, or if you see that you have to update it, then you can just restart your VS Code. Once you restart your VS Code, you would see the latest update within Python, the update that you are seeing. So also if you want, you can actually have a look at the change log. That would probably tell you what are the features that you have got. So you can have a look at this and then understand what all the features that you have got. So let's quickly go ahead and then see. Once that is done, you can go to your code, and then let's say basically you write a simple Python code. After you write the Python code, make sure that you add breakpoints to the place where you have the data frame that you want to see as part of debugging. So if you do not place a breakpoint there, you wouldn't probably see it. So let me first quickly show you without the breakpoint, and then you can see with the breakpoint. So after we write the Python code, so this is a very simple code. We are importing 3 packages, and then we are trying to load the tips dataset, and then we are printing the tips head, and then we are also trying to create a new dataset. So let me call it even that's not important now. Let me remove it and then save it. So now if we run this code, so I'm executing this code, you can see that this code is working fine. So if you want this code to be debugged right now, let's say we want to run start debugging. Once you start debugging, this is what you would see. Click the Python file, and then the file is automatically selected in this case, and then you would see the debugger mode. So you can now see here, you can see the debugger mode. So you can keep the plot aside, and then you can look at the debugger mode, which is here in this case. So you don't see any variable in here. You can see that, right? Even if you do it again, you wouldn't necessarily see anything here. So what you have to do is, because you have not set up any breakpoints, you actually cannot see anything. So if you want to see the data frame, so you have to set the breakpoint after you have the data frame. So I'm going to set multiple data breakpoints. So one here, probably one more data breakpoint here. So after I do this, I'm going to again say run and debug, select the Python file. After I do that, you can see that it has started running, and you can see that at this point, when we hit this breakpoint, you can see that there is a pandas module, and then you have got a pyplot from matplotlib SNS. These are your local variables there, and there is nothing else. And then you can also see the entire thing. So once you go one step further, which is click next, then now you can see at this point that you have a tips data frame. So this data frame is available, and you can see that the tips data set is available. And then this is the latest feature which we were talking about. So right click this, and then you can see this is view value in data viewer. So now you can actually click this and then go to your data viewer, and you can actually see anything you want. So for example, filter it, and then say only you want to look at Monday. So you can, so there is no Monday and tips. Saturday, yes, Saturday is there. So basically this is a data frame viewer where you can actually see the data frame while you are debugging. So if you do not want this, then you can go next and next, and you can see like what kind of changes are happening. And right now you can see there is a scatter plot being built. Next, and next the plot would show up. The plot is displayed, and then close it. Your debugging process is completed, so you have exited debugging. So just to quickly show you how the data frame changes, maybe what we can do is we can go here and what we can do is we can say tips is equal to tips dot drop column. I can just use column name, and the column name, which is in this case I want to drop size. Let's drop size, and I'm going to give the index value, which is probably not required. I don't even have to do this. Probably I can say in place is equal to true. Yeah, save it, and then add a breakpoint here so that you can actually see the data frame. So we have one breakpoint with the actual data frame, and then we are dropping the column and then running it. So run debug file. It's running. You can see this. It's going to let you run. It's still executing. Yes, the first stage. In the second, where you can see tips, let me open it quickly and see the value on data viewer. So you can see the tips is being displayed now. I'm going to close this to avoid any confusion. So we have one tips. So I'm going to go ahead again. There is a tips.drop. So just to quickly go back, you can see that when you look at the data frame. So let me go here and let me restart it, and I'll show you that you would at the start you would see tips, the column name size available, and you would probably start seeing the column name getting vanished, I should say. So it's again running. So when you are here now, let's go to this next stage, and then now that you can see that tips has been updated. So if we have dropped a column, so just to check that, right click tips and then click view value in data viewer, and you can actually hover on here meanwhile and then see that the tips does not have size. So we had size and we have removed size. We can just go back to the code also, and then we can change it if we want, but yeah, that's the main thing. So we can stop the execution, and then we can see that the debugger or data viewer in debugger is quite helpful, especially if you are somebody who works a lot on data analysis and data manipulation, especially with Pandas data frame. So the only requirement is make sure that your Python extension for VS Code is latest updated, and whatever the Python environment that you are selecting is, the environment that you have selected should have Pandas installed. So Pandas is mandatory for you to view the data frame, and also make sure that your Python extension for VS Code is updated and latest available. So everything else is very simple. You just have to set the breakpoint after the data frame for you to look at the data frame, and I hope this